Look at you over there. Raspberry ice cream. Special announcement. The PulseChain Conference is still going to happen. A community effort PulseChain Conference run by Matty Allin, who is very dearly loved in the community, despite the SEC alphabet soup subhuman poopy heads trying to come and fart on our thunder. Despite them doing that with their pants down, we are still powering on. I'm here to report to you, bullish news and community. They can't take 200,000 people down. I've seen this before. A zombie virus couldn't take us down. You think these poopy heads, these clowns are going to take us down? They're not going to take Hex, PulseChain, PulseX community down. You know what's funny? Richard himself couldn't even take the community down. The prices went down 99%. That's how you know. It's already had its trial by fire. We're in a different year now. The PulseChain Conference is still happening this weekend. 48 hours of live streaming. And have you heard of a little city called Austin, which exists in a little state called Texas, which also exists in a little country called the United States of America, which is planted on the tiny northern hemisphere of the earth? That's exactly what this is going to be. Shout out to Matty for doing this. This has been planned before. This is the second one. They did this one last year, right? Or was it earlier this year? They did this before. This is number 2. It's powering on, friends. There's going to be community members. Everyone's going to come and speak. Already, don't worry. There's going to be a hot topic of, oh, did you see that clown coming around? This has happened before. I want to tell you something right now. Firstly, you're my friend. Secondly, you are milk chocolate. And thirdly, did you know that the XRP community, Ripple had a conference as well before the SEC defeat. They have it called the Ripple Swell. And they've done a few of them. They had one before. I remember I was watching XRP, Maxi's XRP lovers, and they were talking about how bullish they were. This was before they knew anything was coming. So this is very common in these communities to see. And it's fantastic that at least you have an opportunity. You can visually see this. Thank you very much, friends. Like, subscribe, press the bell button and all. Don't look at your portfolio. It's irrelevant today. You got to look at the people. It's all about the community. The community is the asset, not the code. And guess what? The code can't be deleted. So if everybody's gathering around this, tell me what this alphabet soup, the clowns, what are they really going to do? What are they going to do? All the FUD's already been dispelled, right? Think about this. Just keep your wits about you, friends. Keep your wits about you. PulseChain ecosystem, still strong. Lots of potential. SEC FUD, put it away to the side. Okay, community effort. The community's stronger. There's 200,000 people. There's literally like 4 people. One of them's a Zen Maxi, the one who keeps trying to sue Richard for the past 2 years. These people are just irrelevant. They're literally losers. They drink soy. They have flaily pencil necks and flaily arms. They can't do anything, friends. They can't even hold a bowling ball in their hands. Okay? So, community effort. No payment, no expectations, no pools of profit, nothing. Just everybody donating their time. This is the community. And this has been planned before. So, it's still going on ahead. So, I really implore everybody, have a listen. Go to the different streamers. Check out what everyone's saying. You're going to see probably a lot of bullish stuff. I'm sure there'll be a lot of rallying around it. And I'm here to help promote Matty's event because Matty is a very good gentleman. The largest event in Hex and PulseChain history. These get bigger and better every time. I want to tell you something. Something about Matty himself. Firstly, Matty has quite possibly the greatest surname you could ever have. I did not know such a beautiful surname could ever be given to someone. His surname is Allin. Okay, yeah, it's real. Literally, his surname's Allin. So, he is a dedicated Hexagon, long-term staker. You want us to talk about the dedication, friends? Matty goes to, this is a secret. I'm only going to tell you guys, okay? This is how I knew to get bullish on the ecosystem from a long time ago. Matty goes to Bitcoin Maxi conferences. He learns what their communities are like. He speaks to people there. He goes as an underground, undercover Hexagon, PulseChain, okay? He has confronted different Bitcoin Maxis and he's like, hey man, I'm also into crypto. And he'll like give them like a hex card. I'm not making this up. And they'll fume. They'll fume there. They're like, get that stuff away from me. It's funny. The dedication of this man to go out there, okay, to see the similarities out there in these communities. So you can't get this anywhere else. Tell me, do you know anybody who does this in Cardano? Solana? Do you know any of these other XRP communities? Do you know XRP? You know who runs the conferences, friends? Ripple do. Ripple run the conferences because they're dumping on everybody. That's where they get the profits from. So, you know what I mean? They have to run the conferences. It's like you've been dumping this inflation on us for 10 years. You better run something. This is a community effort, okay? This is not, there's no office, there's no hex logos on these buildings, okay? Even though we'd love to have one. So I'm sharing with you that special information. You know, you have to really look. Life throws you lemons. We've got to make lemonade, okay? We'll make a lemonade right now. If it wasn't for this, I would never tell you about the good nature of Maddie, okay? Because there's no other context. I'm here to tell you, my brain's just filtering out all these memories. I'm like, you know what? Maddie, this is why these conferences are good, friends, because he knows what to do. He knows how to put these together. He gained experience over time, how to run these on time. There's a green room, all this stuff about producing these shows. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Look what he did to get the competitive edge out there. So this is something I'm here to share with you with my voice. And look, we're going to keep pushing on. So the price, of course, is red and it's poopy, but just don't worry about today's price. Just worry about how tingly your pants are going to be if you actually see a reclaim of the sacrifice price day one for PulseChain, PLS. If PLS got back to day one sack, just think about the community rallying like that. I've already explained in another video right now. We had, so friends, you can get plus 10 as in the best type of good news or minus 10, okay? The worst type of bad news, okay? That's probably like a fatal bug. There's like a code that's fixed and it goes to 0, okay? You would say this SEC right now is a minus 9, okay? Minus 9. So if you are buying something, so here's a scale, right? Here's plus 10 all the way, minus 10 at the bottom, and here's 0 in the middle. If you are buying something on a minus 9 event, look at your upside. Your upside is plus 19. Look what your downside is, minus 1. You're literally risking 1 unit for 19 upside. Of course, a lot of us are still in. We're still strong. But let me tell you something. Holding is the same as buying. Holding is the same as buying. So when people come out and they say to you, oh, it's bad. Oh, I want you to capitulate. No, you capitulate. You don't know where your girlfriend or your wife is because you haven't seen them in 4 days, okay? They're sleeping with the neighborhood. Those are those types of people. Don't worry about these soy drinkers, okay? Think about the game here. When people come and talk negative to you, they want you to quit. They want you to quit. Why? It's because when they look in the mirror, they see, you know what they see, friends? They see a little bitch, okay? They see a little bitch that when a building is on fire, they run out and they're squealing, okay? We have fire extinguishers, okay? We are the firemen and firewomen. We are going around with our cute little axe. We're going to go chop the fire out for everybody, okay? There's only 2 types of people in this world, friends. Sometimes, you know, other people are just cats. The cat's just going to run away, okay? What do you want to be? Fireman, firewoman, or a kitty cat? Only one actually wins in investing, okay? When the fire comes, the person who runs into the burning building, they're the actual one to win. So also for some more clarification, look at this. The SEC, they've had troubles calling XRP a security when literally Ripple's roadmap specifically says they are dumping their monthly unlocks through institutions on retail. So Ripple, they do like a legal loophole. So Ripple are here. They get the XRP tokens, but what they do is they go give them to an institution, and then those institution gives them money, and then they go and dump on the public market, okay? They go and dump. The institutions go and dump. I think that's how they use to absorb a legal loophole. Maybe it's going to get weeded out, but look, the damage is that they're dumping. They're dumping, okay? With Hex, PulseChain, there's no dumping, man. There's no dumping. It was given Ethereum for an ICO, right? The Hex ICO wasn't even an ICO. We'll just say it for that, right? The Hex adoption amplifier. There's no dumping of this stuff, all right? So all this money is still, you can see it on the blockchain, friends. You can still see 600 million. So everybody has just been looking at these words and, oh, look, everyone's figuring it out by now. It's just bogus. Look at this clown as well. We're fighting, literally farting on his poopy head. So XRP's been doing this for 10 years, man. They've been going through this pain for 10 years. So just think about, there's so many clear cases here so we can learn, for example, keep our wits about us. We are going to keep our wits about us. We're so witty. We are so witty and so straight posture today. The SEC's case on Hex and PulseChain, we ran it through AI, right? All in, artificial intelligence. Even this AI, okay, even runs all through the holes. We run through the holes of all the SEC. We're not going to read through all of them today, but just to show you the dedication of the community. They're all here, all strong. On top of that, if you want more conviction, For a long time, Bitcoin maxis have been saying that ETH BTC is going to zero. They've been saying this chart. They've been saying Ethereum's a scam, pre-mine scam, it's going to zero, all the value's going to Bitcoin, okay? They said this would happen. Wrong, and then recently wrong as well. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I recall 6 major events, right? On the way up in the bull market, this belief wave, 6 major times where the Bitcoin maxi said, this is it, it's time for Vitalik, yep, here we go, Bitcoin's going to get all value. Wrong. And now they're saying PulseX Hex going to zero, sell the bottoms. They're saying that right now. So they've been wrong about everything. So it's time to fade them. I think it's time to fade them. Are you going to be a scared kitty cat? Or do you have a little fire truck? Okay, I like fire trucks. And postulate this, friends. Think. The most likely outcome is actually going to be the one that's most fun. We already know how this timeline works. First, we've got aliens coming in. Then we had a zombie virus lurking, maybe new zombie virus going on, all this weird stuff going on. Twitter's no longer a bird, there's an X here. A lot of weird stuff happening. What's the most likely fun outcome for us? Let me look at this, right? Imagine if the SEC's bogus hex claims is actually the catapult. So imagine that's the rocket launcher that shoots hex movie and the advertising and the Netflix deals. Imagine it shoots it into the stratosphere with the controversy and the views, right? The SEC have put Richard Hart on their front Twitter. Look at this, look at this. Today we charge Richard Hart and 3 unincorporated entities, blah, 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 blah. Look at this. They're getting deeply, deeply ratioed. We're going to be able to ratio this. So all of this all SEC stuff, hocus pocus. Generic people smiling and laughing because the whole institution's got nothing to do with that, okay? You can go watch my secret videos about what really goes on there, okay? Scum! They are the scum. It's free advertising, though. It's literally free advertising. This is the front page everywhere. This movie, the views. So you might say, hey, when the movie comes out, the bag's gonna pump. No, they won't, even though we'd like them to. But we're planting seeds. We're planting seeds that are gonna grow into a tree, and then in 2024, you sit under that tree, we drink our orange juice, and we enjoy each other's company. That's what happens. Because you put this in everybody's minds. Like, I got asked, my friend asked me today, why would anyone ever buy on this? And let me tell you, I'll tell you why, okay? You have an army of about 92 Hex fans and PulseChain fans and PulseX fans, 92 to 100, right, plus. When the price recovers, there is going to be massive, massive amounts of Twitter posting, YouTube videos, and then also the receipts are there. You're like, hey, you said it was going to zero and actually recovered. Maybe you're wrong again for the 10th time. You must really hate money. Don't get friends. We can do, like, I know Richard, you don't have to like the guy, but he can show you some very nasty tricks you can do to people to actually make them fume. Okay, so yeah, we're ready. I'm waiting for this, okay? Right. Once it starts going up, I'm just going to go to the bottom tick, literally the bottom tick on the 1 minute candle, and I'm just going to draw a ruler and go, wow, you missed out on plus 82% rally. You're an idiot. That's for these people not in there, friends. Trust me, it sounds driven up. It works. It actually works. It actually works. Like free money, as if you didn't buy it. It was just sitting there forever. I don't know why, but people get strong FOMO because people are so short-term minded. When people put this stuff to me and you know from watching my channel that make all these beautiful videos for you, this doesn't affect us because you're like, well, you're playing Russian roulette here, right? But for all these other people, it does. It actually does because they look at their bags and they go, damn it, man, my thing didn't go. I've got to take more opportunity out. It actually does mess with their head. These are seeds. We're planting the seeds now. We sit under the shade in 2024. And even more conviction. I mean, you know, my ultimate nightmare, friends. You know how some people dream of maybe getting killed in their dreams, right? Nightmare, or a big bad monster getting them, right? You know what I have nightmares about? That one day someone makes a collage of me and I fade one of these capitulation things where I actually say, sell the bottom. Okay, this is what I wake up in night sweats. I'm like, no, I'm still holding. Get me back in. I'm back in. Right? You got to be long for that weekly candle, the monthly candle. I don't care how red it is. These 4 people, if you know anything about crypto Twitter, you know if they're on the same side. Now, of course, SBF here is a bit of tongue in cheek and a joke. I could have used about, well, there's 10 other influencers I could have used, but I don't want to be mean, friends. I don't want to be mean, but it is what it is. Okay, so when these 4 gentlemen agree on one thing, you're like, okay, if this was any other ticker, any other coin, any other logo, any other idea, you know you got to fade it. You know you've got to literally do the opposite, okay? So these guys telling you, yes, it's a good idea to sell your Hex after it goes 60% in 60 minutes down. You know, I mean, you already recovered, friends. I mean, recovered half the move. We're just going to have to wait until more jitters get pushed out and people get to see, okay, this is all hocus pocus. I can feel the air changing already. Everyone's had this knee jerk, man. And the difference is because we've had a long bear market. It's been too long. We're sick and tired of it now. There's like, who's left now? You know, your expectations, you ain't selling anything up. You're just like, just get rid of it, right? And everyone's like, you know what? The patient's basically dead now. We're just going to sit here just in case they do the defibrillator and they bring him back to life, right? Because you got nothing to lose at this point. And even with all this, base rugged, basically the whole chain, a lot of poopy coins, bold coin, rumored to be part of SBF, friends. That's why. And look at this. Base got overtaken by PulseChain, number 3 rank straight away from today. So I also want to remind you, bold people are cool, very cool. Rub their heads for good luck, okay? And we can buy the generational dip of PulseChain, Hex, and PulseX. If this isn't the end, then it's the start of something good. It really is. Because I already told you, you're buying a -9 event, and it can go to +10. You're risking 1 to make 19. All right? You always got to think about the game of speculation here. Like, what can they possibly come out that comes out next from this? Oh, Richard may have, I don't know. You think about it. Just think about it. What else is there? And it's funny. The FUD just has to do with Richard himself. We already have a chain that works. There's communities building and stuff on it, okay? So it's not like think about the XRP thing. Imagine you find out, XRP was egregiously dumping and they had bad emails. We don't have any of that. Nowhere near close, okay? So the PulseChain volume spiked to $165 million for the past 24 hours. And yes, weekends exit, the cats exit the burning building, the firemen and firewomen, we go in as firefighters. And I think we'll get some inspiration by Mr. Eggy here. Okay, so Mr. Eggy, I was actually praying. I'm like, man, I hope this guy's actually bold because he's got such a genius egg Pokemon avatar. And yes, he has actually confirmed today. So I'm telling you, when life throws us lemons, we make lemonade. There is a positive side to this. Mr. Eggy is now confirming he is bold since 26 and he's increased his bag size by 7.5 million pulse. Just buying it. Don't let these people put you down, man. They threw a zombie virus at us, man. Aliens are real and you're worried about the SEC saying some bad words about us. Come on, man. Come on. Also, a question from just some chick. Look at this baby doll saying, is it possible to look at total holders after the washout and make new price predictions? It is possible, but you got to be careful because sometimes someone will have 40 billion pulse and they might sell like 39.95. So they'll still show up in the system. They just have a tiny amount. So these types of data, I think we're going to have to wait for Mr. Dipcatcher because he's more proficient about that. But really at the end of the day, you know the ecosystem's still here, man. Everyone's still here. Like why would you, if you're still here, it's only strength from now. You really got to think. Also, interesting question from Benny Boo. Benny has asked, what is the average dollar sacrifice amount in USD for Pulse? It is about $1,000 to $2,000. That's the average. If you want to be conservative, put $2,000 because remember, you want to beat the average. So, I mean, the average person right now, they're down to like $1,200 in their Pulse. So if you have 10 grand to 12 grand worth of Pulse here, you're 10x better than the average. You're doing really well. And you won't get trapped in that eventual euphoric top. So that's just how I try to conceptualize this. You want to beat the average position of the crowd. Now, it doesn't mean those people with smaller positions, they can sell. It's just that maybe the numbers go so high, it kind of tricks them into holding a bit too long. That's just what the standard case is. And don't forget, darlings, we are making memes. We're making memes because memes make dreams, okay? Hex is still cheap, friends. Hex is still cheap, and there's nothing they can do to stop us.
There is not real.
Okay? Nothing they can do to stop us. There's 200,000 people in the community, okay? The market does not give long-term fundamental valuations to these little government things. It doesn't. It's based off the people in the network, okay? Richard Hart, one person in the network. Yes, very important. don't forget, there are 200,000 other people. Okay, yes, he's pivotal, just like that every crypto coin has a founder and leader, right? So if something happened to Vitalik, I'm sure people would sell Ethereum, etc. But at the end of the day, you gotta remember what we're here for. The crypto is censorship resistant, immutable code, all of these tick, 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 all these little alphabet suit government, these poopy heads trying to come at us, throwing these things our way. They have no grounds to stand on. None. Everyone knew the deal. No expectations. Okay. There's honestly, what are we surprised about yet? We're just surprised that we're like, after like 7 kicks in the nuts, you went for the 8th one. But that's not within the system itself. We all knew what we're here for. So I'm going to finish this how I started this, friends. PulseChain Conference. I really, really, really do encourage you. Have a listen. Come see the support. You'll probably see a lot of people super chatting. A lot of positive words out there. Everyone's going to be doing the rallies, the war cries. This is what you want to see. This is what you want to see. This is the stuff that might even be shown to the court cases. They're like, excuse me, where is the laundering when you have 200,000 people who are optimistic and ready and aware of what's going on? Okay, because they're very smart people in the community. So these are the building grounds, all right? So all I've been basically doing is, if you don't think this thing's going to die, it's just gone cheaper. That's what I'm saying, okay? It's gone 50% cheaper. Something that was already too cheap just went another 50% cheaper, okay? You can make up your minds from now, friends. A lot of people messaging, they are little bitches. They are crying. They want to see other people fail, okay? It's okay to be hurt. We all feel hurt. But there are other people, they really, really, really want this to fail. So don't forget, man, the most entertaining outcome is the one where we go viral because of this. Imagine that. Then we would be truly unstoppable. You know what else is unstoppable? You know exactly what it is. It is our friendship. Like, subscribe, bell button, or tell mom and dad. Still love, still appreciation, still care and compassion. We're gonna make it through this, friends. They've thrown us lemons. We're gonna make lemonade. Catch you in the next one.